Okay, guys, we're going to jump straight into our next episode here, straight into the games, and this was a bit of a peculiar one. We came up against the side after searching for a very long time, and it is just simply the Manchester United team, and I just couldn't believe everybody's a level 1. I don't really understand what was happening here, so it took me a little while to double check and make sure this was an online game, but I checked and there was a user, and in the match he is controlling his players, so I don't know how he's got the Manchester United team through like that, but he certainly did. And we're going to get into the action then with the highlights of this game and see what happens. I know I often in the previous episodes was talking quite a bit through some of the scouts and the menus of my strategy, but I just want to bring you more gameplay rather than more menus. So here we go, and we're about 6 minutes into this match, and United are already on the break. They're knocking it about. I've got a lot of men back, but just not doing anything, and they curl a goal into the bottom corner there. Now Mura comes through, and he was through on goal, but just lobbed it straight into De Gea's arms, unfortunately. And that spun straight back down the pitch. It was quite an open first half here, as you can see. The ball's being knocked about quite freely by both teams. Again, Mura lays it off to Ronaldo, who skies it really high. And now United on a break, sloppy defence. Oh, Bruno Fernandes slams it off of the post, and the ball is knocked clear. And the ball's been given away again by myself as United push ahead. They are knocking it about with ease. My defence isn't really doing much, but luckily managed to take the ball away there. But again, it's a real scrappy play here by myself. I'm being lucky to get the ball up front, which we do here. And there was a ridiculous foul there, but it's okay, play on. Oh no, the keeper's blown it up short, which was absolutely ridiculous because we were through in on goal with no defence around us. But anyway, Cristiano's pushing down the side. He lays it off to Mura. Slams it just wide. That should have been on target at least, and that is half time. As you can see, we've got the most percentage of the ball. We've had the most shots, but unfortunately 1-0 down. And again, a nice layoff there to Tate, who lays it back to Mura, who slots it in at the bottom right-hand corner, and it is 1-1, 50 minutes into the game. A lovely worked goal there, if I do say so myself. But we're going to jump ahead because this is straight on the next kickoff. United, Pogba lays the ball forward beautifully to Rashford, who cuts inside to Cavani, who's just never going to miss from there. And annoyingly, some weak defence off of the kickoff, and United are 2-1 up. And again, I've given away a silly challenge there. Free kick was taken early. It's crossed up to Cavani, but dealt with by the keeper easily, who lobs it out. Throws it onto Tate. He gets lucky there with the defence not doing well. But they've come back and pulled me down by the top of my shirt. Should have been a red card. Of course, in this game there is no first reds, and a yellow card. That would have been a counter-attack that I could have scored off of potentially. But some dirty tactics there. Still the victory for United, 2-1. Quite frustrating, as you can see we had the most percentage of the ball for possession. I had the most shots. Had the most passes, but nevertheless we've lost 2-1. After that game I got a little bit annoyed, and I decided to use some of these training points. So I got Zobins up to 86, my Russian central midfielder star, and then we got David up to 84. And now we're going to jump into the next game against a weird Man United side. They are playing with 3 superstars up front, and that's pretty much it. Everybody else is a 60, other than Pepe in defence. But they've got Beckin, they've got Lewandowski, and they've got Ronaldo up front. However, when you come across a team like this, and you've got a balanced, decent team of high 70s, low 80s, it's just going to be a one-way show here. As you can see, 2 minutes into the game, we've already broken away with Mura, who just flicks it over the keeper, and it's gone in. So that's going to be pretty much what happens for the remainder of this match, as I'm just going to show you the highlights of the goals. And you can see Mura delivers a lovely ball to Ronaldo, who slams it in. But when there's literally no one stopping you, it's just going to be too easy. You can't just have a team of 90s up front and a team of 60s everywhere else. Third goal there after 13 minutes. It was actually an own goal, but I think Mura would have scored it anyway. Now we're coming up to the half-hour mark as David takes the ball away. lays it off. The ball gets laid back to Tate just outside the box, who slams it into the bottom left for the next goal. Half an hour in and we're already 4-0 up. Now again, we're knocking it about straight off after the kickoff. A lovely 1-2, and the ball's back with Tate, who feints and taps it into the bottom right hand corner. An easy goal, as pretty much all of these are. And as we come up to the halfway point, Mirror almost scored the 6th goal as it comes off of the bar, but that is it for half time. As you can see, 5-0, and all the possession, all the shots, all the passes in the stat line, which pops up here. 62%, 7 shots, 5 on target, 5 goals. Absolutely ridiculous to be playing this guy who hasn't quit yet. And again, Mirror flicks round, the keeper saves it, but Ronaldo follows up, and the defence, just being 60s, just don't react to anything. So it's no challenge. It's not fun to play a game like this as we look for our 7th goal. David taps it. There's another deflection off the keeper, and Ronaldo flicks it into the top of the net. Mirror plays it through. We wanted to try and get David a goal, but there's a ridiculous tackle in the box that leads to a penalty. Ronaldo goes for the top right, and will he get it? Of course he will. He's against the 60 goalkeeper. So there we go, 8-0 as we head into the final whistle. A very easy match, but that's what happens sometimes. We'll see if in the 3rd match we can get a trickier opponent and a more balanced team. Okay, so we're straight into the next match then. A very well-balanced team here, just what we wanted. Got Cristiano up front, 95. Eden Hazard on the left as a high rating as well, and then scattered through some low 80s, some high 70s, and a reasonable bench. A few 60s on the bench, a bit like us really. So it'd be quite interesting to see. Unfortunately, I've noticed that most of my my whole midfield are on low form. Ashley Young at the left's on real bad form, and the goalkeeper's negative as well. So I haven't got a load of options on the bench, so I do what I can. Igor's coming on because he's a fairly decent midfielder, 75 rated, but not great. So we're gonna see where we get to against Parma here in yellow, and us again in red, of course. And straight away they were kind of knocking the ball about, but I didn't think they were really that confident. So we've stolen it and made the break with Cristiano. He's got space, he lays it into the middle, but unfortunately there's a deflection. The clearance didn't go far to Ashley Young. Cristiano brings it back to Igor, who can set up here for a shot, and it's actually a bit of a screamer, just slightly wide left, unfortunately. Now straight away they've kicked it, and I actually got disrupted, so you can see I'm not actually moving because I'm not looking at the game. Unfortunately, that was my downfall in this game, because they play the ball through and score, and I didn't really know what was going on. As soon as I looked up after taking a phone call, they had the ball in the back of the net, so I was a bit bemused and annoyed with myself that I let that happen. So we're going to try and throw everything at this now, but unfortunately I don't know if there's some bad scripting, whether it was just my poor form. You can see that just nothing's really doing it for me. My team members are just kind of bumbling along. I mean, look at this here. Cristiano's just stumbling. He just gets some reasonable power on the shot, but then just dabs it straight to the goalkeeper. I don't know if and that'll take us to the half. I don't know if this is just some poor scripting. Not often present in PES, but it does happen. And getting a bit annoyed with 60% possession and just not actually being able to do anything, because my men up front just aren't cutting the mustard. Again, a nice little play, but the keeper makes a good save there. I'm not too annoyed about that one. He did a good job, but the ball hasn't come out far, and I've got it back, and my guys just aren't moving very well. There's no real movement off the ball, and the guys, when they've got the ball, they're just kind of Frankensteining about. I can't actually move them very effectively, and it's real scrappy because the opponent's not very good and they're not defending it well. I mean, look at that. I mean, what on earth was Cristiano Ronaldo doing there? He had a free attempt and just did nothing with it. And again, Cancelo breaks free. Can't really do anything. We're just lobbing the ball around. Another. I mean, that shouldn't have been a save. It wasn't the best shot in the world, but that would have gone in 9 times out of 10, and the keeper sort of slides over to it. Really annoying. And again, Mira's through, and he's hit the post. So this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. We've gone really aggressive here, and it's just everything's going against us. A nice little 1-2. Cristiano would usually blaze through. He's coming up against Stones there, who's not a very fast defender. And because I couldn't get the edge on him, I tried to cut in and nothing really happened. And this is up to the 90th minute. We haven't been able to do anything. And bosh, get through 91 minutes into injury time, the last kick of the game, and Mira slams it home. So I think that's just poor scripting. I should have scored at least 3 or 4 there, but at least we've got enough for the win. As you can see, 60% of possession, 11 shots, 7 on target, almost 50 more passes than them. And it was just a whitewash, really. It was my fault for letting a goal in initially, but I wish that the scripting wasn't so bad. So I think that would do it for this game, for this video, and we'll jump into the next video, and hopefully we can start off with a new player and getting a transfer in before the next series of matches.